You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning news.
We begin this Tuesday with the latest details in that mass shooting at the Washington Navy Yard.
The motive for the shooting still unknown. The facility remains open this morning with only essential personnel reporting for work. Here is the very latest. 13 people, including the lone gunman, are dead. 8 victims are hurt. We're learning overnight that he used security clearance to enter that building with a rifle and a handgun. Our coverage now begins with ABC's Tahman Bradley near the Navy Yard in Washington. Tahman.
Gianna and Diana, good morning. The Navy Yard reopens today for essential personnel as authorities continue searching for clues about the suspect. Overnight, we learned that the suspect may have had a grudge against the Navy. The FBI says 34-year-old Aaron Alexis, a former Navy reservist, is behind the terror at Washington's Navy Yard.
We have an active shooter on the 4th floor.
12 people were killed, 8 injured before Alexis died in a gun battle with police.
We do now feel comfortable that we have the single and sole person responsible for the loss of life.
This morning, authorities are urgently seeking the public's help to find out more about Aaron Alexis.
We are looking to learn everything we can about his recent movements, his contacts, and his associates.
Overnight in Brooklyn, authorities questioned the suspect's family as they continue searching for a motive. Sources tell ABC News Alexis had a valid security clearance that allowed him access to Building 197, where 3,000 military and civilian personnel work. The horror started as the workday began.
As he came around the corner, he aimed his gun at us, and he fired at least 2 or 3 shots.
He raised and aimed at us and fired, and he hit high on the wall.
The Navy Yard stayed on lockdown for more than 6 hours. The horrifying attack felt across Washington. The FAA halted all flights in and out of Reagan National Airport. ABC News has learned the suspect had a history of disturbing behavior. He was arrested in 2010, accused of recklessly discharging a firearm into a neighbor's apartment. And in 2004, Alexis confessed to shooting out the tires of another man's car.
In Washington, Steve Santani.
Overnight, some families were still awaiting word about their loved ones. The victims range from age 46 to 73, all civilians, John and Diana.
All right, ABC's Tahman Bradley in Washington for us this morning. Thank you.
And overnight, we have learned the names of some of those killed at the Navy Yard. 7 of the 12 victims, they include 59-year-old Michael Arnold, 53-year-old Sylvia Frazier, 62-year-old Kathy Gard, John Roger Johnson, who was 73, Frank Kohler, who was 50, 61-year-old Vishnu Pandit, and 46-year-old Kenneth Bernard Proctor. Now, the names of the rest of those victims, they are being withheld until families can be notified.